welcome back to Riding with Ree. My channel is all about sharing my experience as a first-time horse owner, which for the last sort of year or so has been about rehabbing my horse from a pedal bone fracture. And I know that you've been waiting to see Woody back out hacking. It's been almost an entire year since we've been hacking, and I finally have a video where I can show you some of our recent hacking adventures and show you a little bit of what it looks like when my coach sort of teaches me while she's riding another horse, because we came up against a massive tractor from one of our amazing local drivers while we were out hacking, but it did mean that we needed to have a little bit of like a teaching moment, so it might be quite interesting for you to watch that. Anyway, shall we get straight into the video? Just arrived at the yard, and I'm here a bit earlier than I'm actually riding, because the first thing that I need to do today is to give Woody a little bit of Sedalin. So Sedalin is a sedative. We just give him a little bit to help him cope with the stress of hacking out. You know, he's not done this in a year, and remember that his world has been so much smaller. It's basically just been the yard and the school, so he finds hacking out a little bit challenging. So in order to keep him safe and to make sure that we don't have any issues with the injury, we're just going to give him a little bit of Sedalin. Hello, Angel. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Hi, darling. You're not going to be my best friend in a minute. Looking very fluffy. Who's coming onto the yard? Who can you hear? Hey? Let's get that Sedalin for you, sweet pea. So this is Sedalin. It comes in this little tube, which has somewhere markers on it. Oh, there we go. So you can see the amount that you're giving. Sorry about my fingers. So we're just going to give him 1 ml today, and then that'll be it. I know. Because I've had that before and I didn't like it the first time. Good boy. Well done. That's it. That's it. Good boy. Well done. Oh. Sorry, you can't see. Just dropped it. That's it. Good boy. Okay. Well done. Well done, darling. That's all right. Well done. All right. That's it. Leave him there for an hour. So in about an hour's time, just under an hour, we'll work out. So I'm just about to put my boots on and then tack up. And this is going to sound so ridiculous, okay? But I'm like a little bit nervous, which is so stupid, like it's just hacking. But last time, well actually the last couple of times we've hacked out, it's been a little bit stressful. So the first time we hacked out was okay. We had a bit of Sedalin and that was fine. The second time that we hacked out, we tried going without Sedalin because, you know, my coach was like, he's either going to be much quieter because now he knows what's going on, he knows we're hacking, or he's going to be more anxious because he knows what we're doing and we're hacking out. So she said we've got to try him without the Sedalin to see which one we get, basically. And it was quite a challenging hack. We had to negotiate a lot of things that you just can't plan for. Like, we always go out in the middle of the day when we're hacking so that he gets the quietest time of day. But like, have you ever heard of trigger stacking, I think it's called? It's basically where, you know, one thing happens and you can deal with it, but then another thing happens and it adds to your sort of trigger, and then another thing happens and it just piles up. So essentially on this hack we had to pass a couple of cars. So maybe he started at like a 6.5. We had to pass a couple of cars. Sorry, I'm trying to pop this thing in on my boot. There we go. Pass a couple of cars, and then that was fine. But then we had to go past some fly tipping, and that popped him up to like a 7.5. And then we met this big lorry, and we turned around, and we walked the other way, and we went into this big lay-by, and he popped in behind the other horse. But as the lorry came past, he just really struggled and started, like, he basically shot down the road, and the lorry driver was amazing and just waited, and it was all fine. But obviously he was really uptight by that point. So then we just kind of started heading home, and then we went past the fly tipping again. So like he's at like an 8 at this point. And then we went past a field full of galloping horses, and I'm just like, how many things are we gonna have to deal with on one hack? And then he did a few bucks down the road. It was nothing I couldn't ride, but it's unpleasant, you know, it's so difficult because you can't push them forward, you can't let them trot, you can't push that energy forward. So it ends up coming upwards, and you really feel for them because it's not their fault that they're so anxious, and you want to help them, but it's almost like the surrounding stuff that you're dealing with is too big for you to be able to help. So anyway, it wasn't like my favourite ride, especially as, you know, if you know Woody, he's normally, like, he's a bit spooky, but he's normally quite a chilled out guy. So we've given him that Sedalin today, as you've seen. So hopefully that will just help him relax. And, you know, I've seen everyone, it looks pretty quiet out there at the moment, so hopefully it'll be a nice quiet ride, and we're gonna have a nice groom before. But yeah, I can feel it in my tummy. I've got a little bit of anxiety, and I'm trying to let go of the week's work as well. It's been quite a busy week at work, and I'm trying to separate that and separate the anxiety of this and just be calm. But yeah, I'm feeling the same way I would feel sometimes on like a show day, just feeling anxious, and I don't want to take that to him, and of course that makes me worry more. So anyway, I just wanted to give you, that was a bit of a stream of consciousness, I'm sorry, but give you an insight into where my head is at. All right, darling. It's not a treat. I think I've got one left. I don't think I do. Let's see. I don't think so. Oh no, you're right. You're a good smeller. Oh, look at that. You're a good boy. I was going to take him outside to groom, but actually I think I'm going to keep him in here because he's really chilled and quiet, and that's what we want before we go hacking. Good boy. Oh no, Woody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, we're ready to go. Got my high-vis quilted gilet from Weather Beater, which was kindly sent to me by Equus. Woody has the equivalent in an exercise sheet, but I'm not putting it on him at the moment, just while he's a bit spooky. I don't want anything flapping around on the back end, and it's not cold, so we will add that to him at some point, just not yet. Are you ready to go? Yes. Okay, come on, darling. Come on, sweet pea. You may notice this is our first GoPro video in quite a while, and you may notice we're in a slightly different angle. I am testing out a chest mount instead of a head mount. I love the angle of a head mount, but I do think that chest mounts are a little bit safer. They have less of an interference over your hat's movement and if you fall off, and they're also easier to like change the batteries and things. So I'd love your feedback. I do get a bit concerned that the chest mount's just not quite the same, like you can't see when my head turns and things, but I'm going to go with it for a little while, and hopefully it's not too seasick. But feedback feedback welcome. Just walk, honey. That's it. Oh, yes, I know. So excited. Good boy. Hi, Woody. So many ponies. Good boy. Keep walking. Well done. I think I've mentioned this, but just in case you're not caught up, one of the key parts of hacking as part of our rehab is to get him walking on different surfaces. So obviously we're walking on tarmac here, and we'll be walking through the woodland a little bit later on. So that's partly the reason why we're doing this, but also it's to start reopening his world again. So you might remember, you know, for a long time it's been in the box and then to the indoor arena, or in the box to the turnout pen, in the box to hand grazing. So Woody's world has been quite small, and his sort of experience of life has just been whatever's been going on in the yard. So the idea is that we do more of this hacking, yes, to increase the walking, but also to increase his, you know, ability to be out in the world. And obviously it's lovely to have some variety for him, but this is all hopefully in preparation for him being able to turn out, and that being, you know, okay for him, and him not finding it overwhelming or overly exciting. So that's a lot of what we're doing here. And also it is just lovely to be hacking my horse out again. If you followed for a long time, you know I love hacking out. I love hacking out alone. I find it really nice, and it's where I kind of get my peace and quiet. And Woody and I were always going off on adventures by ourselves, so even being in a step towards that is really lovely. If he was or not, and I thought, oh god, there's a tractor. Okay.
I think you'll be fine because we're going that big wide bit.
Okay. Okay.
Timmy's also not the bravest, so if he dances back, I'm going to keep going.
Okay. Good boy. He's quite sleepy anyway now, actually. Yep. Good boy. Well done. You're all right. Yep, we're fine. Well done. Good boy. Watch the wire. Good boy. Well done. Well done. Well done. Good. Good boy. It's all right. You're doing really well. Oh, baby. Well done. Oh, it's all right. Come up to Hannah. Hannah's got you. Keep walking. Well done. Keep it in, sweetie. You got it. Oh, you are such a good boy. Oh, I was more worried about the wire. I thought he might ram me into the tree. Oh, good boy. I couldn't even take my hand off to be like, thanks. I was like, good boy. Yeah, I'm quite sleepy now. I don't have a... Oh. He's like, thanks, Hannah. Thanks, Coach Hannah. Good boy. Well, firstly, absolute shout out to our local tractor drivers. They are so incredible and so wonderful, and they just get it. And, you know, we can do everything that we can to make it as quiet as possible on the roads. We go out at lunchtime, we prepare Woody with Sedalin, we go out with a really quiet friend, I'm there with my coach, but you can't control everything. And yeah, I'm really proud of him. He did so well, and it's really, this is part of the reason I do hack out with my coach, because she can, you know, talk us through it, and she can judge the situation, and I trust her. You know, if she says we're turning around, we're not going past this thing, then I trust her. If she says no, you're fine, let's keep going, then I trust her. You know, she's fantastic. So as we were walking home, my coach and I were just talking about, you know, the rehab and how great Woody's been, and she was saying how impressed she is, you know, that so many horses wouldn't behave like him on box rest. And she also said that even though, you know, I didn't have him for very long, this idea that you know the kind of horse that you're hoping to get back, and how that's really, it can really motivate you, because, you know, he is my perfect horse. And having not ridden him for a year and having ridden a few other horses, you know, trying out shares and whatnot, you do just start to realise that, like, oh, he's a really good fit for me. So yeah, it was a really, yeah, lovely ride, really.
Hold on a sec, let's go in there. In you go.
Go on, Woody.
Woods. Good lad.
Go on. Well done.
Come on, Woody boy, let's go.
Come on.
Come, fella, let's go. You okay? Come on.
Oh, it's all right. That's it. Oh, well done. Well done. You just keep walking. Ah, that's it. Good boy.
Well done, Woods.
Good lad, darling. He's such a little superstar. You can see by this point in the hack, you know, he's starting to drop his head, and he used to do that quite a bit when he was in full work. He's getting a little bit tired now, you know, he's gone round, what was it, 30, 40 minutes, and the Sedalin's kicked in, so he's quite sleepy by this point, bless him. Did so well. I'm just so chuffed with him. I am so proud of him. Did you see that tractor? Of course you did, if you were watching the edit, but oh my goodness, that Sedalin just helps. Just take the edge off him a little bit and allow him to cope with it. Oh, so pleased. Well done, darling. Right, that is Woody untacked. I'm going to sort my stuff out, and then it's us done for the day. That was excellent. You did so well. Well, that went so much better than I expected. I think that was just perfect. He is wonderful. Oh, so proud of him and so pleased that we found a thing that works for now. I was chatting to my coach on the ride, and she was saying she thinks we should try, we have a lesson tomorrow, and she thinks we should try and go in the outdoor with a little bit of Sedalin, which would be like the natural next step for him. So that's exciting. That's my next thing to be a little bit anxious about, but today was great. I think just took a little bit of the edge off. Wanted to end on a couple of clips that showed you that we did get into the outdoor arena the next day. He had a bit of Sedalin again just to help take the edge off, but we've not ridden out here since February 2022, and he's been hand walked out here, but not since like I think September, October, so really happy with him. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this week's video. Coming up on the channel, I have a vet visit actually today, the day that I'm filming this little section. So hopefully we'll have some news on that. I know that I need to do the Pivo 3 years on review, which some of you have asked for, and I'm so happy to do that. And I also have an upcoming interview with Goresworth Track Livery, which is a new type of kind of keeping horses. They're very passionate about barefoot. They're very passionate about trying to keep horses in their most natural state. And after previously discussing it on my Instagram, it feels like this is a topic people are really interested in. So setting up an interview with them, that is coming soon, hopefully with more Woody adventures. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Friday at 3:45 p.m. GMT. Bye for now.